The challenge of fragmented AI adoption. In many large companies, artificial intelligence AI tools have popped up everywhere. One team might use an AI chatbot, another team a specialized analytics tool, and more models run privately via APIs. This leads to a fragmented environment with many point solutions. Each tool has its own logins, data stores, billing cycle, and security settings. For example, a recent industry report found that large enterprises manage an average of 660 separate SaaS applications, with most licenses underused. This kind of sprawl means IT groups often lose track of what AI systems are in use or what data they access. The result is not a well-governed AI program, but a jumble of tools that no single team fully understands. Without centralized oversight, companies face hidden costs. Redundant subscriptions and unused licenses bloat spending. Security and compliance risks grow, since it is hard to apply policies uniformly across dozens of services. In fact, an IBM survey found that 63% of organizations had no formal AI governance policies, leaving many projects unchecked. Under such conditions, procurement teams cannot easily audit AI spending, and security teams cannot enforce even basic access controls across every AI system. Gaps in governance and procurement. This fragmentation means there is no unified marketplace or procurement hub for enterprise AI. Today, companies often cobble together tools via general cloud marketplaces like AWS or Azure, or direct vendor purchases. Each solution has its own billing, support, and legal terms. Spending is scattered across business units, resisting budget oversight. In the absence of a single platform, even basic goals like data protection and cost control must be managed patchily. Meanwhile, governance policies lag behind proliferation. Tech industry analysts note that AI governance is fragmenting globally as different regions enforce their own rules. Within an enterprise, this plays out as a lack of standard rules for AI use. Critical features like audit logging, role-based permissions, or tenant isolation, separating one group's data from another's, are not built in across tools. Often these features are bolted on or missing entirely. The bottom line is clear. CIOs and procurement teams need a way to buy and manage AI in a controlled, auditable way. Without it, the number of point solutions will keep growing, along with the risks and costs. A curated enterprise AI app store. One solution is to create a curated AI app store designed for business use. This would be a central marketplace of vetted AI tools and models, where companies can browse, buy, and deploy in a secure, governed environment. Think of it as an Apple App Store or AWS Marketplace, but focused on B2B AI applications with strong enterprise controls, security scans, and compliance checks. Before any app is listed, it would undergo security scrutiny. Automated tools could scan code and models for vulnerabilities, backdoors, or unsafe third-party libraries. For example, static analysis and software bills of materials, SBOMs, can detect risky dependencies. By running antivirus and penetration testing on each submission, the store would weed out malicious or faulty offerings. Major marketplaces often require security reviews as part of listing rules. Our curated AI store would enforce similar checks, ensuring every app passes data safety and privacy standards before customers can download it. Data residency and sovereign controls. Global companies need assurance that their data stays where regulations allow. A business-to-business AI marketplace can enforce data residency controls for each app. In practice, this means apps can be flagged to only run in certain cloud regions or compliant infrastructure. For instance, if a company operating in Europe uses the store, apps might be required to process data on servers within the EU, meeting GDPR and local sovereignty rules. This is already a trend. Cloud providers are building sovereign clouds and network zones to keep data in-country. Our App Store would leverage those controls so that AI tools automatically respect an enterprise's jurisdictional requirements. Interoperability standards. To avoid locking customers into one vendor, the App Store would support open model and data formats. For example, many AI models can be published in ONNX, an open standard format that lets models trained in one framework run under another. By requiring or encouraging ONNX or similar formats, the store allows a model bought from one vendor to run on different infrastructures. Similarly, tool interoperability could use standard APIs or data schemas. This means a sentiment analysis model bought through the store could feed results into any analytics dashboard without rewriting code. Adopting industry standards helps ensure that companies can mix and match tools and move workloads if needed. Tenant isolation in a multi-tenant platform. The store itself would be multi-tenant. It serves many companies, but each company or even department is a separate tenant. Tenant isolation means that data, compute, and configurations for one customer are kept fully separate from others. In effect, each tenant gets a walled garden in the cloud. This isolation can be enforced by designing the platform so that storage is encrypted per tenant and networking is logically segmented. For example, Cumulo's Stratus system uses a shared nothing architecture and cryptographic isolation to keep each customer's data separate. In plain terms, your company's AI usage and data would never mix with another company's, giving IT leaders peace of mind. Role-based permissions. Within each tenant, role-based access control, RBAC, lets companies assign who in the organization can do what. An RBAC system defines roles, like developer, analyst, FinOps manager, and grants each role a set of permissions. Users inherit permissions by their role. For example, a data scientist role might get permission to deploy new models, while a finance role might only view usage reports. NIST defines RBAC as access based on user roles, reflecting the functions they must perform. In practice, our marketplace would let tenant administrators create many custom roles and tie them to employees. This ensures, for instance, that only authorized people can provision new AI agents or access sensitive model data. Auditability and compliance reports. A key value of a centralized store is visibility. Every action, from app purchase to model inference, would be logged. The platform can provide audit trails showing which teams used which apps, how much data was processed, and at what cost. It might include built-in auditing tools for procurement and compliance officers. For instance, procurement could download monthly reports of all AI-related charges per department, and compliance teams could see logs of data flow through each AI tool. This auditability ensures that if a regulator asks who accessed personal data using AIX, the answer is on record. By comparing this to the scattered approach today, where each tool might have its own opaque logs, the store brings transparency to usage and billing. Marketplace bundling, billing, and monetization. A curated AI store also streamlines billing. Instead of dozens of vendor invoices, the enterprise would get a consolidated bill from the marketplace provider. This single invoice might break down costs by app or team, but the payment is unified. This simplifies budgeting and negotiation. Enterprises could allocate a fixed budget to the store platform, then deploy tools as needed, without chasing new purchase orders each time. Such centralization helps finance teams monitor spend in real time. For the vendor side, the marketplace would have clear monetization rules. Typically, the store could take a percentage commission on each transaction. For example, 10 to 30%, as is common in app stores. Alternatively, vendors might pay a listing fee or subscription for presence in the store. The exact model can vary, but transparency is key. Vendors know what cut the marketplace takes, and might even set prices accordingly. If the store becomes widely used, app developers gain a new sales channel with a large customer base, and enterprises get the bargaining power of volume purchasing. Listing policies and curation. Not every app can join. The store would enforce strict listing policies. Apps would need to meet certain quality and security standards, much like how mobile app stores require screening. Policies might include demonstrated security practices like SOC 2 or ISO 27001 certifications, or passing the store's own pen tests. Clear data handling documentation, how the app uses input data, privacy guarantees, etc. Service level commitments. Vendors must support updates and fixes on a regular schedule. Compliance badges, flagging apps that meet HIPAA, GDPR, or other regulations. Administrators of the marketplace may also manually review popular apps and prioritize those with positive reviews. Over time, user ratings and compliance scores can help flag any app that slips in outdated practices. By curating the catalog, the store ensures CIOs can trust the available tools. Benefits for CIOs and procurement. For chief information officers and procurement leaders, this marketplace offers a huge payoff. Instead of vetting every AI tool separately, they get a shrink-wrapped solution, a catalog of pre-screened vendors and products. This saves time and reduces risk. Security teams gain an enforcement point. Once an app is in the store, it automatically uses enterprise authentication and data controls. Financially, the unified billing and role-based spend visibility help in budgeting and chargeback. A CIO can see exactly which department is using which tools and cut unused apps quickly. Governance is baked in. If a vendor is found to misbehave or an app is non-compliant, it can be disabled store-wide. This agility is crucial in an era where regulatory requirements, like data localization laws, are changing fast. Overall, a well-run B2B AI app store accelerates safe innovation. It encourages teams to reuse shared AI assets instead of each reinventing the wheel, while giving executive leaders confidence that each usage is authorized and audited. By filling the current gaps of fragmented tools, the store can turn unchecked sprawl into a managed, cost-effective AI portfolio. Conclusion: enterprises today face an unwieldy tangle of AI point solutions, each with its own billing, data flow, and policies. This fragmentation drives up costs and risks. A solution is a unified, curated AI marketplace that combines a secure app catalog with enterprise-grade governance. By enforcing security scans, data residency restrictions, open interoperability, and strict access controls, such a store keeps corporate data safe. Features like tenant isolation, role-based permissions, and full audit logs give procurement and IT teams the transparency they need. Economically, consolidated billing and clear listing rules simplify buying and selling AI tools. For CIOs, this brings vision and control. Innovation can happen without chaos because every app in the store is a known quantity. In short, a B2B AI app store bridges today's gaps in billing and governance, letting companies embrace AI tools confidently and efficiently. All links to sources are available in the text version of this article. You can find the full article at marketgapideas.com/blog. Thanks for listening. This episode was produced using autopod.co, the platform that turns deep research into podcasts, articles, and SEO content automatically. If you want to create content like this for your brand or business, visit autopod.co and see what automated content marketing can do for you.